Oh, here's another thing that fucking happened was I downloaded the new stupid ass operating system for this goddamn fucking phone. And now, I always send like voice texts. That way, like, there's no misunderstanding of your tone or whatever, and you can make somebody laugh. And, as of yesterday, I knew how to do that. I now don't know how to do it anymore. So now I'm just going to start sending those texts, those voice memo things. I'm just sending those now because I'm not going to waste my time learning how to do the new fucking thing just to have them change it again and fill up my fucking phone. I just don't understand, like, why they have to change it every time. What the fuck? You know why? For money. To fill up your phone so you have to buy the next one. What was wrong with the other one? Why do I need a camera that's even clearer? Like, now they're showing, like, the commercial for the new iPhone. They're showing a guy shooting an action movie on the phone. It's just like, just the average Joe, shooting a video of his kid getting hit in the nuts with a wiffle ball bat need to fucking be on the same level as Martin Scorsese. It's really, it's overkill. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I was fine with the flip phone. It was fucking amazing. And kind of sucked because then people could call you and be like, hey, I called you. You didn't pick up. How come you didn't pick up? I miss that sort of, like whenever they have those space movies, there's that part, where they're re-entering. There's a moment where they won't be able to communicate with them. We used to have that. It's called like going to work, going to school, going out. Where are you going? I'm going out. That was it. That was it. And you didn't have to talk to anybody in your fucking life you didn't want to for hours. If you were like one of these fucking made men guys with your own secretary, I guess they call them madmen now, those advertising guys. But if you're one of those fucking people, man, like, and you had like a secretary, you could literally have your secretary that you were probably banging screen your calls. Speaking of that secretary you're probably banging, you guys ever see that Jack Lemmon movie, The Apartment? Incredible movie that still holds up. It's like 60 years old, 62 years old now at this point. And when you watch that movie, you realize like nothing has changed as far as like human behavior and just shit to people. Because I watched that back then, I'm like I thought like all fucking around and being an idiot and doing drugs and just, doing all that dumb shit that you see adults doing nowadays. Or, I mean, not my whole life, basically. I thought that started at like Woodstock, like the way they like frame shit, with like movies and stuff, and the way that they retell history. There's like so much shit that just is not like accurate. Like they say the sexual revolution happened in the 1960s, and then you're like you read to what the fuck they were doing during the Roman Empire. That like, some of the shit they were doing back then, you would have to only be on the dark web. What is my point? My point is if you blow up a building, don't slowly walk away while not looking at it. What are some of the other things? Like all that shit that like defies physics. And after a while you just see it enough times, it becomes like a law. Like I was told, who the fuck was I talking to? I was talking to my wife last night, and she brought something up, and I laughed, and I was going, that isn't actually true. That's just, we've seen it in movies enough times that now we just sort of subconsciously, oh God, what is this text message? Did I just fuck something up? Oh, okay. Oh my God, I have a guest coming up. I have 2 guests coming up on my Thursday podcast that are 2 of my favorite people in this business. That's called a teaser, people. When you're in show business, what you learn to do is you don't give all the information. Like I saw this guy, now, after 53 and 3/4 years, I start drinking coffee, right? And I love it. By the way, I got an incredible cup when I was in Louisville. Might have been the best cup I've ever gotten. Shit, now I got to find the name of it now that I said that. Oh, fuck it. You'll figure it out. I fucking, it began with an S, I think. And then I went to this place, Hopscotch, in Bloomington, Indiana, that was great. I got the best burger. Possibly the best burger I've ever had in my life at this place, Bub's Burgers and Ice Cream in Bloomington, Indiana. In Louisville, I went to the Louisville Slugger Museum. Had like a Make-A-Wish weekend, right? And they gave us a private tour, and they brought us in to where the prototypes for all these Hall of Fame baseball players' bats were. And I was there with Bartnick, and he said Mickey Mantle first. And it's fucking hilarious. The first name I thought of was George Foster from the Big Red Machine, who hit like 54 home runs or 53 home runs in 1977. And you have to have gloves on. They don't want the oil from your hands or anything to mess with the bats. And it was amazing. Everybody's bat felt like a bat, except for Ted Williams, where Bartnick was saying it just felt like a piece of lumber. It was like he tore off like a banister and just started, hitting 400 and clubbing home runs. No wonder he still hit one the farthest I think that's ever happened at Fenway. That was swinging a fucking telephone pole. So anyway, we did that. We drove over to Bloomington, Indiana, and then the only place to get something to eat was right behind our hotel. It was this place called Bub's Burgers, and the first bite, I was like, oh my God. It had like this smoky char and a crust on the outside, and then was like softer on the inside because I got it medium rare, but it wasn't like, a lot of people are doing that now, you get the crispy edges or whatever. This thing, the whole thing on the outside was crispy, and it was like a big one, like, when your mother or your dad would make a burger. The big ugly. I got the half ugly. The half-pound one. It was fucking delicious. It was so good I went back there the next day. And just had a great time. And then we played Assembly Hall, which is where the great Bobby Knight coached them to 3 titles, one in the 70s, 2 in the 80s. And I went there in 2000, the 99-2000 year, and I saw Indiana beat Michigan State in overtime. I got to perform there with Bartnick, and dude, we were just sitting there like cheesing ear to ear. Just couldn't believe that I was there, right? And then they treated me great. I'll come back anytime you want to go to a game. They gave me some Indiana Hoosier gear. So now, of course, I'm like, I'm going to fucking watch Indiana this year. Fuck it. And the next day when we woke up for our workout, we walked from the hotel over to the campus and walked around the football stadium. We were hoping maybe we could get in there, but it wasn't open. Like, every once in a while, you go to one of these big programs and the fucking stadium's open. And they just let the students go in there and they can chill out or run the stairs or whatever, which I think is cool. It's how it used to be when I was a kid.